Once in a quiet countryside town lived a boy named Armin. People often called him careless and slow, but deep within him lived silent hopes. He was not weak, not foolish, and not lacking intelligence. His true struggle was with his own mind. He always whispered to himself, "I shall do it tomorrow." His school books lay untouched, his space stayed untidy, and his dreams remained distant, like stars too far to reach. He wished to rise and shine, yet each day he pushed his future further away. His grades began to drop, and with them, his confidence also faded. At night, Armin would sometimes gaze at the sky and murmur, "Why do I feel trapped? Why can I not transform?" But the heavens gave no reply. One evening, his mother looked at him with sorrow and said, "My son, life waits for no man. Each wasted day is a heavy stone upon your shoulders. If you do not change now, these stones shall one day crush you." Armin only smiled and brushed her words aside. He thought, what harm can one day do? Yet fate, as always, had written another plan. In the same town lived an elderly guide named Acharya Raman. People spoke of him as a wise soul who had helped many young hearts find their path. Armin's father decided to take him to this teacher. Acharya Raman looked at Armin calmly and said, "So you are the boy who forever waits for tomorrow." Armin felt shame rise within him. The old man then gave him a curious task. He placed a clay jar before him and handed him a pouch of small pebbles. He said, "Each morning when you awaken, place one pebble into this jar, but remember, only if you complete the most important duty of your day. If you fail, the jar must remain empty. Return to me after 30 days. It seemed simple, yet on the very first day, Armin felt the great weight of his laziness. His mind tempted him back into sleep. Still, he forced himself to study for 1 hour, and then he dropped the first pebble into the jar. The sound was small, yet it brought him a strange joy, as though a spark had been lit within him. The next day, he completed another task and added a second pebble. Day after day, the pebbles began to gather. Some mornings he failed and the jar stayed empty, but he tried again with the rising sun. Slowly, the jar filled, and so did Armin's heart with pride. After 30 days, he returned to Acharya Raman. Inside the jar were 20 pebbles. Armin lowered his head and said, "Master, I could not fill it completely." The wise man smiled and replied, "My child, do not mourn what is missing. Look instead at what you have gained. Before you had 0 pebbles, 0 discipline, 0 habits. Now you hold 20. This is the strength of small deeds. 1 pebble a day may seem nothing, yet together they build a mountain." These words entered Armin's soul like fire. From that day forward, he began to honor small habits. He woke at the same hour each morning. He read for 1 hour daily. He spent a few moments in silence, as if listening to his own spirit. Slowly, his focus sharpened. His memory improved. His marks began to rise. 1 year later, Armin was no longer the same boy. He had built habits that gave him discipline, strength, and purpose. With this new self, he started a small online business from his village. At first, he sold handmade goods through social media. Day by day, his effort grew, just like the pebbles in his jar. People admired his sincerity and hard work. That boy once called lazy was lazy no more. He had learned that small daily habits are stronger than talent, stronger than luck, and even stronger than intelligence. My friend, this tale is not only about Armin, it is about all of us. Perhaps you too delay your dreams. Perhaps you too wait for tomorrow. But remember, tomorrow never truly arrives. Your future changes only when you decide to change today. A new life may begin with one small habit. Choose your pebble today.